guys, it's Jenny. Welcome back to the Crafting Bookworm. I have a rather large book haul. Okay, welcome back, you guys. If you're new here, welcome. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, so yesterday our AC went out, and right now it's not so bad because it's morning. It was a little bit of a rough night, and they cannot install our new unit till tomorrow. They did bring over a window unit last night, and we gave it to my sister-in-law because she's the eldest of us, and she appreciated that greatly. They had mentioned something about bringing some more since they can't install till Thursday, but we haven't heard anything else about that. So anyway, I have a book haul, and I have a lot of books here to show you guys, so I will not be reading all the synopsises this time because it would take forever. So I don't know all the places I got these books from. Some of them came from a used bookstore that's in Denton, Texas. The other ones, or a lot of them, came from Half Price Books and Books A Million while we were on vacation. And also I got a box of books that came from my youngest sister. So I'm just going to start pulling these out and showing you guys these books. I know that I'm going to have to be doing an unhaul because there are books on my shelves that have been on my shelves for years and I have not read them yet. And I really need to go through those and get rid of some. Anyway, we're going to start off here with James Patterson and David Ellis. This is Escape. It's a Billy Harney thriller. It sounded like it was going to be a really good book. Like I said, I am not going to read all the synopsises. Let me clear a place here so I can just kind of move them over here. The next one we got here, Stephen King, Never Flinch. Obviously, this one I order from Amazon because Stephen King is my favorite author. And why not get another one of his books? So, I don't know when I'm going to get to this, but hopefully soon. The next one we got here from Kirsten White is The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein. I can remember hearing about this book a few years back, and I never picked it up. Well, the used bookstore had it, so I was like, okay, let's just get it and we'll see how it goes. It's not a very big book. It should be an easy one to read. Next one we got here again is a James Patterson book. This is Crazy House. This one was the used bookstore, and I think I was just in the mysteries and the thriller part of the bookstore and then just happened to come across James Patterson. This is with Gabrielle Charbonnet. So it sounded like it was going to be a really good book. So we'll see. Oh, we got another James Patterson with Candace Fox. And this one is called 50-50. 50 heads she wins, tails she... Oh, well, it just says heads she wins, tails she dies. So, I always find James Patterson books really quick reads. So, why not? Next one we got here is by Frances Harding. A Face Like Glass. Looks interesting. Was this... Yes, it was from the used bookstore. Down in the YA section, they have a shelf that has new to the store books. This one sounded interesting. I think that's a 2012. I don't know. Let me see. No, 2017. So, nope, 2012. The title page illustration is 2017. So the book is a 2012. So, not very new. But it sounded good. It was new to the store. I don't know if I showed this one yet or not, but my sister and I read Zero Repeat Forever for our Z, for A through Z challenge, and I found out there was a second book, and it's called Cold Falling White. I don't know if I did this in the haul or if I was just talking about it, but we both want to read this one because I really need to know what happens, because the ending of that book was kind of a cliffhanger, and it was the second time that I had read that book, and I really loved it, and I really enjoyed it the second time, but it seemed completely new to me, because the last time I read it was 2017, and now my sister and I just read it this, I guess, spring, we read it, and there was a second one, so we're going to read this one also. The next one we got here is The One That Got Away with Murder. Oh, sorry, you guys. That was G.S. Prendergast for Cold Falling White. Anyway, The One That Got Away with Murder by Trish Lundy. Again, the used bookstore. Obviously, it's about one that got away with murder. So, it says here, be careful who you fall for. So, we'll see. That's a new author for me as well. The next one we've got here, this one came from Barnes & Noble. My husband and I went there. We were looking at new Bibles. And so I picked up these 3 books here that I'm going to show you now. We're from Barnes & Noble. This one is Rose in Chains by Julie Soto. Look at this. Is that not gorgeous? I just think it's amazing now that we can go to these stores, wherever you go. Walmart, Target. I remember seeing these special editions at Barnes & Noble before. But to be able to go into Target or Walmart or someplace and still get these. Obviously, I said this one was from Barnes & Noble, but I just find them just gorgeous. And like the end pages in this one are beautiful. Look at that. With the flowers and the vines and all that. So this one sounded like it was going to be really good. Yeah, it's a fantasy. The next one we got here was like Impulse Buy, right near checkout. And this is Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. I like V.E. Schwab. I like her writing, and this was a standalone. Well, so far it's listed as a standalone, and so I decided I was going to pick it up and hopefully get to it pretty quickly. And then the last one from Barnes & Noble is another James Patterson. This is with J.D. Barker. It's called The Writer. It is really selling quickly at Barnes & Noble. This is his newest release, and it is a W, so it can be for next year's A through Z challenge. Really looking forward to reading that one. By the way, I did finish my A through Z challenge for this year, and I'm uber happy over that. The next one we've got here is Just Another Missing Person by Jillian McAllister. I just read this book with my sister because she wrote Wrong Place, Wrong Time, and we both really enjoyed that one. This one started out a little bit slow, huge twists in it, and really enjoyed it. I think I ended up giving it 4 stars, so you'll see that in my wrap-up. Okay, we got one here, Target this time, by Harlan Coben. I haven't read a Harlan Coben in forever, and this one is called Nobody's Fool, but I found out that this is book number 2. So I will have to get book number 1 before I read it. I mean, it is a mystery. It is a different case. So I guess you could read it. But if I can remember, I think it's Sammy Kearse. No, that's not it. It's a new detective. Well, this says now he's a... Yeah, it is Sammy Kearse. And he is a detective. So... this is book 2, though, to this new series of detective. So we're doing all of my sisters' the whole family, pretty much. My sisters, my nieces. We are doing what is called the Traveling Buddy Read, and we all put a book in, we spin a wheel, whoever's book gets chosen buys the book, we read it, we pass it around with annotations and notes and all that good stuff. I chose Realm Breaker, but it didn't get picked. But while I was out, I think it was Books a Million or Half Price Books. I don't know which one it was. And they had Fate Breaker, which is the third one. So if we do choose Realm Breaker, then I will have all three of them. But I think what I'm going to do if mine gets chosen is I'm going to buy the paperback of Realm Breaker because I don't trust it going through all these post offices and stuff. And mine's a hardback. So I think I might just buy the paperback of that to be the one to pass around. But it's really a fun concept. We've got it in the works right now. Anxious People was the book that was chosen. Anyway, this is by Victoria Aveyard, book number 3. I've been dying to read Realm Breaker. We got Realm Breaker, Blade Breaker, and now Fate Breaker. And I haven't read them yet, and I really want to. So it is going into our wheel again for this Traveling Buddy Read. So I found that one. Next one we got here, oh, yes, the Dollar Tree. There was actually 2 I got, not Dollar Tree, Dollar General. There's actually 2 I got. This one is the Rom-Com Agenda. This other one that I picked up that I'm currently reading right now is The Rehearsals. It's really good, but my heart, you guys, there's not been any nasty, sexy times and all that in there, and I've really been enjoying it. It's really a cute romance. It is kind of like one of the Groundhog Day types of settings. And so it was with this book at Dollar General, and I picked these up before we went on vacation. And I didn't end up grabbing either one of them to take. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to reading the Rom-Com Agenda as well, but The Rehearsals has been really good so far. The next one we got here, this one was Half Price Books, is Silver in the Bone. This is by Alexandra Bracken. I have read part of the series of Dangerous Minds and really liked it. I think I still have another book of that one to read, but I'm going to have to read them over because it's been probably a decade since I've read the Dangerous Minds one, probably. But I saw this one, Silver in the Bone, and decided to pick it up because it was only $9.99 at Half Price Books. And I really like Alexandra Bracken's writing. The next one from Half Price Books, if you've not been to Half Price Books or you don't know what it is, they have used books, and they have also some new books as well. And this one I think was new, so pretty good for a new book. And then I picked up While Paris Slept. This is a 1940s era book. It's by Ruth Druitt. And I'm hoping she's going to be like Ruta Sepetys, because I love Ruta Sepetys so very much. So we'll see if this one is if she's going to have that same type of writing. But I love the 1940s era. It's historical, and I don't know, there's just something about the strength of people that you read about when you read anything in the 1940s era. The next book from Half Price was called The Lost Bookshop. I have heard about this book, and they had it there, and I got it for $9.49. It was a new book, and I'm really looking forward to reading it. So I guess we'll see. Maybe it'll be one I pick up this year still. We still have a lot of 2025 left, and my A through Z is over, and now I can just choose any books that I want to read. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. That one was by Evie Woods. We got this one here is The Orphanage by the Lake. This was a Target buy by Daniel G. Miller. I have read this book for my O. This was the last book to complete my challenge, and it was pretty good. Nope, it's not the last book. Yes, it was the last book to complete my challenge. And it was a pretty good book. James Patterson has a blurb on here, irresistible. So I really, really enjoyed this one. She has a private investigation business, and it's months away from folding. Now she gets a call from Madeline because one of the girls in this orphanage disappeared, and again, another twist. I think I rated it 4 stars, 3.5, 4 stars. So yeah, it was another pretty good book, and it served for my O. The next one we got here, this is These Deadly Games by Diana Urban. This is a young adult mystery. This was from Books A Million, and they had this huge section of bargain books. Like, there was shelves upon shelves of bargain books. I got this one for $5.97, and it's brand new. So it sounded good. I decided to pick it up. Okay, let's keep going. Also, there we found, I don't know if this, I think this was at Books A Million. Illustrated version of The Picture of Dorian Gray. I and my sisters would like to read this together. So we all grabbed a copy. This illustrated one is beautiful. I've never read The Picture of Dorian Gray. I've always wanted to read it. It's by Oscar Wilde. How do you say his last name? I think it's Wilde. And I've just never picked it up. I think it's got an intriguing storyline. So I'm looking forward to reading that one as a buddy read with my sisters. Okay, the next one, another planned buddy read with my sisters, is Watching from the Dark. This is by Gaitha Lodge? I don't know. There's the name. Not sure how you say her first name. But this one also sounded really good. It is another mystery-ish thriller. Next one we got here is Marie Lu. This is Rebel, and this goes with the Legend series, which I've read, what I thought was a trilogy, and now there's this one. I cannot remember a lick about that trilogy or that series, so I'm going to have to reread those in order to probably understand this one. I really like Marie Lu's writing, and so I'm looking forward to maybe binging that series, and I can get this one read. Next one we got here is Nalini Singh, Quiet in Her Bones. Well, I got a lot of books with bones. Again, it was a bargain book from Books A Million. So I'm looking forward to that one. I got these in this bag right here. Okay, this one is Secrets Never Die. This is a young adult. It's by Vincent Ralph. And this one is a thriller. I think it's young adult. And that's the cool thing that for Books A Million, they got the sticker and they tell you if it's young adult, whatever, which is really cool. This one I couldn't pass up. I do not believe this was Books A Million. I think this was another maybe Barnes purchase when we were there. Because we went to Barnes & Noble before we went from Indiana to Ohio. And this is The Courting of Bristol Keats by Mary E. Pearson, another good writer. And another beautiful book. What's this? Well, the end pages are just a solid purple, but you guys know how I feel about purple. So it sounded really good. And it was something about she's trying to find her father. I don't know, she lost her father. She lost both her parents. And then her and her sisters are struggling to stay together as a family. So I thought it was a beautiful book. Okay, I'll admit it. It was a cover buy. It was. But I did read. And it was Mary E. Pearson. So, here we go with A Breath Too Late by Rocky Callan. Not a big book, but look at the pretty color. It's a really pretty shade of purple. And this one is a young adult. Hope I got some books that are stuck in here. They're jammed in here. The next one here is You're Next. It's a James Patterson Presents, and this is by Kylie Shakti. My sister said that she started reading this and there was just a lot of swear words in the beginning, and she put the book down. So I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. I can generally get past that. But it was a bargain book. It was $5.97. It says teen fiction. So if there's a lot of swearing in there, that's pretty odd to me. Being teen, not even young adult, teen fiction. What is wrong with writers if they're putting all that in a teen? Okay, this one is Jillian McMillan, To Tell You the Truth. It says Everybody Lies. And this one is adult. Just not a big book, but it sounded good. I like thrillers. And I found another Robert B. Parker book. I think if you've been following me for a while, you know that I love Robert B. Parker, his writing. He passed away, I can't even remember the year of it. And this is from the Spencer series. It's by, so this is by Ace Atkins. It's Robert B. Parker series. This must be maybe a family ghostwriter or someone just filling in to finish whatever maybe Robert B. Parker had outlined. The series that I read that I really liked was the Jesse Stone series by Robert B. Parker, which he also didn't get completed because of his death. And so, I don't know. We'll see. I don't have as many Spencer books. I have all of the Jesse Stone books. But we'll see. I might have to read that entire series as well. And then there's one more in here. This one, though, came from, I think, the used bookstore. What is that written on there? Let me see. What is that written? Oh, just somebody's name. Marilyn Aarons. I think this was from our used bookstore. But this one is called One Summer, and it's by David Baldacci. And I like David Baldacci's writing. I didn't know he wrote contemporaries. But here is one. I think my sister, this is the one my sister said she was reading. I'll have to ask her. I think that's the one she said she was reading. Okay. So those are from the bookstores. Oh, sorry guys. I have a box of books now that my sister was getting rid of. And she asked me if I was interested in any of them. And we did that in a video chat. So, I believe there was one that came from my niece as well. But this one is called The Dry by Jane Harper. I believe it's a thriller. It says, sometimes it's the smallest of towns that hide the biggest of secrets. So there's that one. This one was the one from my niece. This is from Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I really like her writing. She did the Lux series, and I really enjoyed that one. I read that one years ago. And so here is another fantasy. I've heard about this one, Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I have no idea what it's about, but it's written, let's see. Daisy Joan and the Six was the other. I know my niece really enjoyed that book, and that's who wrote this one. So we'll see. This must have been a book that my sister had gotten from their library. This is What You Wish For by Catherine Center, because it's got the library binding and all that. This is not one that I wanted, but I ended up with. And it is L. Kennedy, The Deal. This is sports romance, pretty much. And I read like the first 3 of them, and then I just got tired of the school scene. So I don't remember saying I wanted The Deal because I already read it. It's okay. It's okay. Here we got one called Alex Approximately by Jen Bennett. This is another YA. It says, but the only person I really see is standing against the ticket booth. Porter Roth. Beautiful body, head full of wild curls. Cocky smile, my arch nemesis. So, there's that one. Gone Missing by Linda Castillo. Oh, this is actually a half-price books. Did I get this from there? It just got put in the box. It looks pretty worn. The tag looks pretty worn. So it was probably hers. It's not, again, it's not a big book. This one is Wonder by R.J. Palacio. I've heard a lot about this book, and I said, yeah, I want to read it. But I never bought it, so my sister had it, and she handed it over. The Problem with Forever by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Who I like her writing, so we'll see. The Most Fun We Ever Had by Claire Lombardo. My sister had gotten this one from Barnes & Noble. It's really heavy for a paperback book. But we'll see. I think I had her read me the synopsis is when I said yes. I don't know. This one is 99% Mine by Sally Thorne. That's a cute book. Look at all the little stars on the cover. It's really cute. Some of these books, I mean, we'll see. I may end up getting rid of them. This one I can remember was a big deal. It was the Mary Shelley Club by Goldie Moldavsky. And a lot of people were talking about this, so I was like, that sounds like it would be pretty decent. It says, high school is a scream. So this might be one of the first ones I read that I've heard a lot about it. A couple years back. J.T. Ellison, Her Dark Lies. Another thriller. I love the thrillers. Darcy Bell, All I Want. It looks like it's going to be another thriller. Small book. We got All These Bodies by Kendar Blake. Kendar Blake, she's the one that wrote, I can't remember the name of the book. My husband read it. Is it in here somewhere? Because that's going to drive me crazy if I don't know. Oh, well, I read these. Okay. Oh, that's not who I was thinking. She did the 3 Dark Crowns, 1 Dark Throne. I read those first 2 books. Anna Dressed in Blood. That was the one I was thinking of that my husband read. He read that series of books. And so, All These Bodies. We got The Running Dream by Wendelin Van Dranen. And I can remember my sister saying she had wanted to read this book really, really bad, and she ended up giving it to me. She never read the book. So she gave it to me. I think she was just trying to make room on her shelves, and she said she really wanted to read it. So I'm going to have to read it. If I enjoy this book or I don't enjoy this book, I may send it back to her and see, and let her know this is definitely a must-read book if it turns out to be really good. And one more book here, and that is Sadie by Courtney Summers. Again, it was a Barnes & Noble book. You could tell she hadn't even opened the cover of this book. It's like I shopped at Barnes & Noble because there were several Barnes & Noble books in here. So yeah, that's it, you guys. That's the book haul. I don't think I forgot anything. I could have forgot something, but that's okay. This was a lot of books to go through. And if and when I do a unhaul, I may consider doing videos on that, because I used to do unhauls a couple years back. So I may be doing one on video. If you guys would be interested in seeing that, let me know in the comments below. But if you've read any of these books, let me know what your thoughts were on them, and if there's any one of these specific books that you think I should read now. Let me know that in the comments as well. I thank you guys for staying tuned, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.